not even looking at the results, but your team's ability to put the puck in the net last weekend. How great was that to see them do that against the Gophers, that against Mankato, and especially against Mankato, heck, even against the Gophers, scoring when it counts. How encouraging was that this past weekend?
Yeah, it's great. I think our kids are definitely excited about it, to be able to put the puck away against two good teams. And Minnesota's always a tough team to play against. Mankato's had some really good goaltending to this point, so that was a really good thing for us, a real positive. And to be able to do it down, Minnesota had I think a 2-1 lead, a 3-2 lead. Mankato going into the third down, so to be able to score, great, but to be able to do it when we're down was even better.
Scoring, it's been a challenge sometimes the past 2 seasons for these younger players as they adapt to the college level. What was it maybe this weekend that you saw that maybe the light went on for them? Is it just like continued work, or what is it?
I think we're going to just continue to see them get better and better, but our players came back from the break kind of refreshed. They were ready to go, but I think had clear minds, and that's when you're going to see the best offense. So just let them play this weekend, and that's what we always try to do, but I think it finally came to fruition a little bit, and they were excited to be putting the puck away a little bit.
How much of it is mental and how much of it is adapting their skills at this level?
I think it's a little bit of both. The big one is just not to squeeze the stick too tight, and know that good things are ultimately going to happen if you keep working. So we've definitely made some adjustments here and there, but I think now we've got some lines going. We've got some individual players who are in a good spot, and now hopefully we just roll.
This weekend will be a real test whether the scoring can continue against a really stingy Bemidji State team, even without Moet and everything. Yeah,
I think Bemidji's just proven year after year to be really solid defensively. They pack it in a little bit in their D zone and do a good job of it. So we'll count on our D to have to get pucks through, and then our forwards to do the work down low. And we weren't always doing that in the first half, and we just had a good weekend of it. So I think we have some good momentum, and now we got to keep working.
A lot more confidence to take on a Bemidji State, especially with a couple players, getting off the schneid and getting their first college goal too.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see Huey and Skinner both get their first, and more to come from them, I think, and just you'll see more confident play from them this weekend. I think we all will, and that can't hurt to have more people on the score sheet. It's always a good thing.
You guys carry over what you did this past weekend into Bemidji State?
How do we do that? I think the big thing this week is to just try to carry that momentum through the week and through practice. Certainly compete hard against each other so that when we get to the game we feel prepared, ready to go. But just especially offensively, we want to continue to feel good, and that makes our goalies better in practice. So that'll be a big point of emphasis, is just our offensive zone play and being creative as we possibly can, make sure we get pucks to net.
Gabby named Player of the Week, and she kind of had a really good start to the season as well. She was one of those players that really got on the board early on in the season. What can she do for this performance this past weekend to kind of push her and to continue that success and to have a little bit of consistency in the second half?
Yeah, I think just keep doing what she's doing. She's been a great player for us. I think she's at a point per game right now, which is a great stat. But for her, it's just going to be, the more she's having fun, the better off she's going to be. To put up 5 points in 2 games is pretty impressive. She finds the dirty areas, and she's willing to go there. So as long as she continues to get to that spot, I think she'll continue to put pucks away, which she loves to do.
I know you mentioned last week you're still in contact with Maura, even though she's half a world away.
Yeah.
What sort of things does she chime in on, just knowing that she's got a full plate over there too, and there's the time change? I mean, what are those conversations?
Yeah, that's a good question. We've talked a little less frequently since she's been in Japan, with the time change being or the time difference being 13 hours, I think. But I texted her before Minnesota and just asked her what she thought about the forecheck, how we should run things, just a quick hit. And like you said, she hasn't seen our team much, but she knows a lot about other teams, and she had a little bit of advice on how to go about that, which it was helpful and helped us have success. So just those kinds of things, because she knows those teams so well, and she obviously knows our team too, even though she's not watching them. Some line combinations and things like that. We make sure we're either keeping her updated or getting her advice on it, and her instincts are so good that whatever she comes up with is pretty much what we like to go with and use to our advantage.